So I have 4 daughters, and I was a detective who worked crimes against children. And one of the most dangerous things I think we teach our children without realizing it is we teach them to override their own discomfort. So think about it. Go give them a hug, or don't be rude. Answer when that adult talks to you. Be nice. Don't make a scene. Most of that comes from a good place. We're trying to raise respectful kids, but here's the problem. Some people use that politeness as a doorway. They don't necessarily use force, right? They'll start with these simple little pressures. They'll make a child feel guilty. They'll make them feel like they're being rude. They'll make them feel like saying no is wrong. And if a child has been trained to ignore that little warning inside of them, they may comply when they should be stepping back. Right? So the lesson is not to be scared of everyone. The lesson is, hey, your discomfort actually matters. You don't owe anyone physical affection. You don't owe a private conversation to someone, right? You don't owe obedience to someone when they making you feel uncomfortable or unsafe. And parents, this starts with us. When your child says they don't want to hug someone, they don't want to hug Uncle Joe, right? Back them up on it. When they say someone made them feel uncomfortable, don't try to immediately explain it away. Teach them to be respectful, of course, but also teach them that respect doesn't mean surrendering your boundaries or their boundaries. Because predators don't just look for opportunity, they actually look for kids who have been taught not to trust themselves. So train your child early. That gut feeling that they have, that intuition, it matters. It's allowed to speak, and they're allowed to listen to it. So teach your kids this early. Being respectful doesn't mean ignoring your own discomfort.